Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now. Imagine this, Seahawks fans. The NFL landscape is always shifting, and right now, there's a story unfolding that could redefine the NFC West and reshape Seattle's future in ways we haven't seen in years. We're talking about the potential trade of Trevor Lawrence. Yes, Trevor Lawrence, the young quarterback who's been at the center of NFL discussions for quite some time. And this isn't just a rumor, it's a scenario that's gaining serious traction. The Jacksonville Jaguars, after a tough season and with a new head coach Liam Cohen now at the helm, are looking at some difficult decisions. Trevor Lawrence, who was once hailed as a generational talent coming out of Clemson, finds himself at a crossroads. The expectations were sky-high when he entered the league, and fans and analysts alike believed he'd be a franchise quarterback from day one. But the reality has been more complicated. In his 4 seasons so far, Lawrence has thrown for over 300 yards and 74 touchdowns, which on paper looks decent. But when you dig deeper, especially considering the high hopes placed on him, there's a sense that he hasn't quite lived up to that can't-miss label. The Jaguars, under different coaching regimes, have struggled to find consistency, and this new coaching staff, led by Liam Cohen, is facing the pressure to turn things around quickly. The franchise can't afford another season near the bottom of the standings, especially with the NFL's draft system favoring teams that are rebuilding. So, if Lawrence doesn't show significant improvement this upcoming season, the Jaguars might decide it's time to part ways. And here's where the Seahawks come into the picture, a team that's been reshaping its quarterback room in a big way. You see, the Seahawks' offseason has been anything but quiet. They traded away Geno Smith, who had a solid season last year, to make room for some new faces. They brought in Sam Darnold and Drew Lock, guys with potential but also with question marks. Darnold, for instance, had a surprisingly good season last year, but history suggests he could regress or struggle to replicate that success in a new environment. Drew Lock is still unproven at the highest level, and while he has talent, consistency has been an issue. The Seahawks are clearly trying to build a more competitive quarterback room, but the question remains, are they truly set for the future? This is where Trevor Lawrence's name becomes so relevant. If the Seahawks are really serious about contending and extending their Super Bowl window, they need a quarterback who can be a true game changer, someone who can elevate the entire team. And despite some inconsistencies, Lawrence still has tremendous potential. Over his career, he's thrown for over 0 yards and 74 touchdowns, and at just 25 years old, he's still very much in the developmental phase of his career. With the right coaching staff, especially with Clint Kubiak as offensive coordinator, there's reason to believe Lawrence could find a new level of consistency and brilliance. The Seahawks have a roster filled with young talent, and they're close to competing at a high level. But to truly push into the elite echelon of the NFL, they need a quarterback who can lead them there. Trevor Lawrence, with his arm talent, mobility, and youth, could be that player. The opportunity to acquire him through a trade would be a game changer, not just for this season but for the next decade. Think about it. The Seahawks, with their strong defense, a rising offensive line, and a talented core of receivers, could transform into one of the most feared teams in the league with Lawrence leading the charge. Now, let's consider the other side of this story. The Jaguars, a team that's been rebuilding, might see trading Lawrence as a way to accelerate their future plans. With Liam Cohen now running the offense, they could be looking for a different direction, perhaps a veteran or a different type of quarterback that better fits their new system. The trade value for Lawrence could be substantial, giving Jacksonville the assets they need to rebuild faster and more efficiently. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, acquiring a player like Lawrence would mean finally having that franchise quarterback they've been searching for since Russell Wilson's departure. Of course, this kind of move wouldn't happen overnight. There are many factors at play: contract negotiations, draft picks, salary cap considerations. But the potential impact is enormous. Imagine Lawrence in Seattle's offense, operating under Kubiak's system, with the supporting cast they're continuing to develop. The chemistry, the growth, the potential, all of it could align perfectly to give the Seahawks a real shot at contending again for a Super Bowl. And yet, there's still a lot of skepticism and questions. Can Lawrence truly reach his ceiling? Will the Seahawks be willing to part with the draft capital or players needed to acquire him? And how would this move impact the team's chemistry and long-term plans? These are questions fans are buzzing about, and rightly so. The NFL offseason is full of surprises, and this scenario, while speculative, is rooted in the realities of team needs, player potential, and strategic moves. It's a story that could unfold in the coming months, and it's one that Seahawks fans should keep a close eye on because it could redefine the franchise's trajectory. Now, for the fans who have been following the Seahawks through thick and thin, this is a moment of real hope. Think about it, the Seahawks have been close, they've been competitive, but what they've been missing is that true franchise quarterback who can carry them through the tough times and elevate the team during their best seasons. Trevor Lawrence, with his youth and talent, could be that player. And if the Seahawks pull off this trade, it'll be a masterstroke that changes everything, an injection of new energy, confidence, and a clear path toward the Super Bowl again. But let's not forget, this is just a scenario at this point. The NFL is unpredictable, and there are many moving parts. Still, the mere possibility of Trevor Lawrence donning the Seahawks jersey has fans buzzing, and it's enough to get us all excited about what the future could hold. Whether it happens or not, it's a testament to how much the Seahawks are willing to shake things up in pursuit of greatness. They've shown resilience and adaptability before, and now, with the potential to land a young quarterback like Lawrence, they might just be on the verge of something extraordinary. And as always, I want to hear from you, Seahawks fans. What's your take on this? Do you think the Seahawks should pursue Trevor Lawrence? Would you be willing to see some draft picks or players go to Jacksonville for that kind of upgrade? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest Seahawks news. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Seahawks spirit alive because the best is yet to come. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seattle Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.